Hey, decision makers. Ever found yourself at a crossroads, pondering which path to take? We've all been there. Life is a series of choices, and mastering the art of decision-making is a superpower we can all attain. Today, we're delving into the profound world of Stoicism, exploring 7 practices that can transform the way you approach decision. Picture this. You're faced with a crucial decision, one that could reshape your future. The pressure is on, and uncertainty looms large. How do you navigate these waters with confidence and clarity? That's the puzzle we're solving together. But wait, before you click away, consider this your golden ticket to enhancing your decision-making prowess. We're not just talking philosophy. We're handing you practical tools inspired by the ancient wisdom of Stoic thinkers. Stick around, and you won't just make decisions. You'll make choices that align with your true self. Let's break down the first Stoic practice that can significantly boost your decision-making power, understanding what's in your control. In the chaotic dance of life, there's much we can't control. External forces, other people's actions, or unexpected twists of fate. Stoicism teaches us to redirect our focus onto what we can control, steering our ship in the storm rather than battling the tempest. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. Frustration builds up, right? Now consider this Stoic perspective. The traffic itself is beyond your control, but your reaction isn't. You can choose patience over irritation. That's the heart of it. Recognizing the difference between external events and our response to them. Let's put this into everyday terms. Work deadlines, family dynamics, global events. They're all part of life's tapestry. While you can't control the deadlines, you can control your work ethic and time management. You can't control family members' actions, but you can control your reactions and communication. Now, how do you apply this in your daily life? It's about creating a mental filter. When faced with a decision or challenge, ask yourself, is this within my control? If yes, focus your energy there. If not, accept it and shift your attention to what you can influence. Here's a practical tip. Keep a circle of control list. Jot down what's within your control and what's not. Seeing it on paper brings clarity. As you go about your day, remind yourself of this list. It becomes a gentle nudge, guiding you to invest your energy wisely. So, to enhance your decision-making, start by mastering what's within your sphere of influence. It's not about controlling the world. It's about mastering yourself in the world. Decision makers. Now, let's delve into the second Stoic practice that can truly elevate your decision-making game. Embracing adversity. The Stoics had this remarkable knack for seeing challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities for growth. It's a mindset shift that can redefine how you approach decisions in the face of adversity. Picture this. Instead of dreading challenges, what if you saw them as your personal trainers for life's marathon? Consider the story of Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. Edison faced countless failures before his breakthrough. Instead of seeing each failure as a setback, he viewed them as vital steps towards success. That's the Stoic essence, transforming adversity into a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. Practical advice on developing a resilient mindset involves reframing your perception of adversity. It's not about denying the difficulty. It's about changing your relationship with it. When faced with a tough decision or a challenging situation, pause. Ask yourself, how can this adversity shape me positively? It's about extracting the lessons, the silver lining that can guide your decisions in a more informed manner. Let's talk resilience. Think of resilience as a muscle. It grows stronger with every challenge. The Stoics weren't strangers to tough times. They believed that adversity wasn't an exception but a certainty. So, how do you develop this resilience muscle? Start small. Face challenges head on. Learn from setbacks. Celebrate your ability to adapt. In essence, embracing adversity isn't about seeking hardship. It's about acknowledging that challenges are an integral part of the human experience. By seeing them as opportunities for growth, you equip yourself to make decisions not out of fear, but out of a deep understanding that even the toughest times can sculpt a stronger, wiser you. Stick around as we unfold more Stoic practices that can empower your decision-making journey. Ready to turn adversity into a springboard for success? We're now entering the third realm of Stoic wisdom, the dichotomy of control. It's not as complex as it may sound. In fact, it's a powerful principle that can reshape how you navigate life's twists and turns. So, what's this dichotomy of control all about? Well, the Stoics believe that our lives can be neatly divided into two categories: things we control and things we don't. Simple, right? Yet, the implications are profound. Recognizing this division is like having a compass in the fog of uncertainty. Consider this. You control your actions, thoughts, and emotions. However, you don't control external events, others' opinions, or the weather. Once you grasp this dichotomy, decisions become clearer. It's about channeling energy into what you can influence and releasing the rest. Let's put this into practice. Imagine you're planning an outdoor event and suddenly rain pours down. The Stoic response: you can't control the rain, but you can control how you adapt. Leave indoors, reschedule, or embrace the unexpected with a positive outlook. Now, how can you apply this principle in your daily life? One exercise is to create a sphere of control diagram. Draw two circles, one for what you control and one for what you don't. When faced with a decision, map it out. It's a visual cue that grounds you in the reality of your influence. Mental frameworks also play a role. When a challenge arises, ask yourself, is this within my control? If yes, focus on your response. If not, release the worry. It's not about apathy. It's about cultivating a serene acceptance of what lies beyond your influence. Mastering the dichotomy of control isn't about becoming indifferent. It's about becoming intentional. It's a tool that empowers your decision-making by clearing the fog of unnecessary concern. We're stepping into the fourth point. Negative visualization, a Stoic practice that might sound counterintuitive, but holds a profound key to informed decision-making. Negative visualization involves contemplating potential challenges, not to induce fear, but to foster gratitude and preparedness. Imagine this. What if you took a moment to envision losing something you hold dear? A job, a relationship, or even your health. Now, the Stoics suggest that by briefly considering such scenarios, you can develop a deeper appreciation for what you currently have. Think of it as a mental exercise to prevent complacency. By acknowledging the impermanence of things, you cultivate a sense of gratitude for the present moment. Now, how does this tie into decision making? Well, consider decisions more deliberately when you've envisioned both the gains and potential losses. In practical terms, let's say you're contemplating a career move. Negative visualization prompts you to think about potential challenges that may arise. A demanding workload, a change in company culture, or even the possibility of setbacks. By doing so, you're not paralyzed by fear, but rather equipped with a clearer understanding of the risks involved. How can you incorporate this into your decision-making processes? It's about balance. Don't let negative thoughts overpower you, but rather let them inform your choices. Before making a decision, take a moment to visualize the potential downside. It's not about dwelling in fear. It's about making choices with eyes wide open. Negative visualization serves as a compass, steering you away from impulsive decisions and towards choices grounded in foresight. It's a tool that sharpens your decision-making acumen by encouraging thoughtful consideration. Now, let's dive into the Stoic practice that's like a beacon in the chaos of decision-making, practicing mindfulness. The Stoics were big on the idea of being present, fully engaged in the here and now. In the context of decisions, mindfulness is about silencing the noise, clearing the mental fog, and making choices with a heightened sense of awareness. It's not about dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. It's about embracing the present moment. Consider a typical decision-making scenario. How often do we let our minds race ahead, worrying about what might happen or dwelling on past mistakes? The Stoics would encourage us to snap out of this mental time travel and focus on the present, the only moment where decisions truly unfold. Now, how can mindfulness aid in better decision-making? Let's bring in some practicality. One technique is mindful breathing. Take a moment to breathe deeply, paying attention to each inhale and exhale. This simple exercise grounds you in the present, calming the storm of thoughts and allowing for clearer decision-making. Another approach is the 5 senses check. Pause and notice 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This exercise not only brings you back to the present moment, but also enhances your observational skills, a valuable asset in decision-making. Imagine facing a tough choice. Mindfulness can be your trusted companion, helping you cut through the mental clutter. By being present, you're more attuned to your emotions, thoughts, and the nuances of the situation, paving the way for more informed decisions. We're about to unlock the power of the pen as we explore the Stoic tradition of journaling for clarity. In a world buzzing with constant noise, the act of putting pen to paper becomes a refuge, a space for self-reflection and decision, making clarity. The Stoics, ancient philosophers with timeless wisdom, were avid advocates of journaling. They understood the value of capturing thoughts, emotions, and decisions on paper. It's not about creating a literary masterpiece, but rather a personal dialogue with oneself, a tool to unravel the complexities of the mind. So how does journaling contribute to decision-making? Imagine it as a compass in the vast sea of your thoughts. By journaling, you externalize the internal, making abstract ideas tangible. This process provides a unique vantage point, allowing you to review, reflect, and refine your thinking. Now, how can you start your own Stoic journal? It's simpler than you might think. Begin by setting aside a few minutes each day to jot down your thoughts. You don't need a fancy notebook. Any piece of paper will do. Start with a prompt like, "What challenges did I face today and how did I respond?" This prompts a reflective process aligning with the Stoic emphasis on self-awareness. Another effective method is the evening reflection. Before bedtime, recount the events of the day and consider how you navigated challenges or celebrated victories. This retrospective exercise not only offers closure to the day, but also lays the groundwork for more intentional decisions tomorrow. Your Stoic journal is a private space, a canvas for your thoughts. No judgment, just a candid conversation with yourself. Embrace it as a tool to enhance self-awareness, uncover patterns, and refine your decision-making process. So, are you ready to wield the power of the pen and chart a course toward clarity in decision-making? Stick with us as we continue to unravel the Stoic practices, each contributing to our journey toward empowered decision-making. Let's dive deeper into the wisdom of the ancients. As we embark on the final Stoic practice, virtue is the highest good. In a world often clouded by conflicting values, the Stoics proposed a North Star for decision-making, aligning choices with virtue. So, what is this virtue that the Stoics held in such high regard? In their philosophy, virtue goes beyond a simple moral code. It's a state of excellence in character and conduct. It encompasses qualities like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Virtue is not just a checklist. It's a compass guiding decisions toward ethical and fulfilling outcomes. Imagine decisions as crossroads and virtue as the guiding light. By prioritizing virtue, the Stoics believed you not only make ethical choices, but also pave the way for a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Now, let's bring this idea down to earth. Consider a workplace scenario where the decision involves reporting a colleague's wrongdoing. From a Stoic perspective, virtue calls for justice and courage. The decision isn't just about following rules. It's about upholding what is morally right, even when it's challenging. In personal relationships, imagine a choice between honesty and avoiding conflict. Virtue nudges you toward truthfulness and courage, fostering trust and authenticity in your connections. But how can you practically apply the concept of virtue to your decision-making? It starts with self-reflection. Before making a choice, pause and ask yourself, is this decision aligned with virtues like honesty, justice, and kindness? It's about infusing your choices with intentional consideration of the impact on yourself and others. By prioritizing virtue, decisions become more than just transactions. They become opportunities to shape a character that you're proud of. The Stoic emphasis on virtue challenges us to look beyond immediate gains and losses, encouraging decisions that contribute to a life well lived. We've journeyed through the timeless wisdom of Stoic practices, each a gem in the crown of empowered decision-making. From understanding what's in your control to embracing adversity, contemplating potential challenges with negative visualization, practicing mindfulness, journaling for clarity, and prioritizing virtue as the highest good. These practices form a toolkit for navigating life's crossroads. Imagine decision-making not as a daunting task, but as a deliberate and informed process, guided by the principles that stood the test of time. By incorporating these Stoic practices into your daily life, you're not just making choices. You're sculpting a life rich in wisdom, resilience, and fulfillment. Picture decisions as opportunities to align with your values, respond with grace, and contribute positively to your journey and the world around you. Take a moment to reflect on these Stoic practices. How might you integrate them into your decision-making toolkit? What challenges do you foresee, and how can these practices serve as beacons in those moments? Share your thoughts, experiences, or questions in the comments below. Let's create a space for collective wisdom and support as we strive to make decisions that resonate with the very essence of a life well lived. Thank you for joining us on this exploration, and may your decisions be anchored in the strength of Stoic wisdom.